Hi everybody. I know it's been a hot second, but I really need an excuse to help me get back to painting today. It's been a heck of a couple weeks. I've been on a bit of hiatus, and I have quite a few projects I would like to get back to, but I'm just a little stuck in like hobby intimidation right now. And my like easy on the side project that I've had is Death Corps of Krieg, Guardsmen Veterans, Combat Patrol box that I've been slowly building up, and I burnt through the last 2 models I had to build over the weekend, and now I happily can say I have no pile of shame in sprue form. Okay, that's a little bit false. I do have, I think, 3 Verdius Praetors for the Adeptus Custodes that I don't actually plan on ever building myself right now. My current thought on that whole situation is I have a buddy who I'm slowly hoping and helping him collect some Drukhari. And he really likes the Verdius Praetor bikes, so I'm tempted to just donate those to him and go, here, either, here's 3 really awesome models to paint for a potential Custodes army, or here's 3 really cool jet bikes that you can kit bash and proxy into some Drakari disgusting madness. But either way, I don't count them in my pile of shame. Oop, pulled over the cable. So all that to say, tonight I am not actually working on a model for one of my armies. I'm painting one of the orc commando combat patrol guys, specifically the sniper, because I got this combat patrol forever ago as a, not combat patrol, kill team box forever ago as a stopgap for when I just had Custodes and I got tired of painting power armor and painting gold. I could pick up an orc and paint an orc, and I've done about half of them, and this guy I knew was the next one I wanted to paint, so I had him primed and slap chop dry brushed, because I am also interested by the slap chop method. I just haven't used it much. So with the Krieg being the thing I kind of want to paint right now, but I don't have the speed paints I want to use for them, because if I'm gonna collect guard, I'm gonna speed paint them. I do not have the anything to be able to actually like properly fully paint a guard army, especially because if I'm gonna do a guard army, I want it to be fairly fluffy, of lots of infantry, lots of tanks, not necessarily the most efficient force there is, but just take whatever resource you have, whatever resource you can get, and put it on the battlefield and make something work, because it's the guard. So this means that ideology would include a lot of models, so slap chop is the way to go with that. So this guy's primed and dry brushed and has been for a minute, so I figured I'd just paint him today because it's more inspiring to me than power armor or continuing to work on one of my knights, which is just a massive project. And so I decided to do a stream because I had the evening off, and it'll make sure I actually paint and not just sit here and look into more and more lore, which I am so likely to do at any point. And you know, I don't actually expect too many people to be watching this stream, so if that ends up being the case, I'll just put on the lore video in the background and I'll chill. And if anyone pops in, we'll chat and have a grand old time. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna get started. Ooh, that was crunchy. That was loud. On another note, I've switched my microphones again. I liked my Blue Yeti, but the Rode interconnectivity system is a lot nicer to work with, so I'm swapping back. It still feels like my levels for everything are a little too high, but we'll see as we go. I might just keep poking at it and adjusting it little bit by little bit, and yeah, let me try one thing real quick. If I do this, that just cuts off music to you all, and that's not what I want to do at all. Oh, I think that completely definitely. Anyway, so I'm playing around with that again, just to see. I'll be flopping back and forth, and oh, I guess I should mention, for those of you who haven't seen my community tab post, I'm taking a lot of pressure off this channel. I had a very stressful last month with my day job, and it took up a lot of my mental space, and on top of that, it's basically the first fiscal quarter, which in my line of work is always high pressure, we'll say. As I am technically a seasonal worker, and this is where the preparations for next season get going, so it's been a whole thing, and I just did not have the mental capacity to stream. or make videos, but I have been playing a lot of Warhammer. I actually have been playing in a crusade at my local gaming shop, which I wish I could put links to, but their internet presence is basically non-existent, which stinks, besides a Facebook group or 3. But there's a really great community down there. So there's a guy who wanted to run the Pariah Nexus Crusade book, and we've been having a blast. I have played 3 games. I have won no games, but last I checked, I was one of the leading armies because I've played more armies than most of the guys have been able to. Just because I've been prioritizing this as a relaxation thing on my day off on any given week. But I've been playing my Orc Knights. So part of that is I've been taking notes and slowly working on some scripts based on the games I play, and am working on fully deciding what format I want to use to do lore coverage of the Crusade. It's probably going to be a couple minutes of me speaking in character of Ed Shredda de Loot Master, which is my current warlord for the Crusade, and he's the right-hand man of my actual Stompa boss, war boss, who is, again, I just am leaving his Tyrant proxy model right there on that shelf so I can just look over and look at it and be like, I'm so not excited to paint that, but it's going to be a lot of fun when we get to it. Excuse me. So it'll probably be a lot of kind of talking from his perspective and doing my absolute best at my terrible orky speak, and it should be really fun. But so I've got that going. I've got a couple other ideas of things to do. I'm tempted to look into like some tabletop simulator stuff, especially during my off season, see if maybe I can run a Crusade and actually on TTS with a friend or two, and get some more narrative, not competitive centric gameplay on the internet, because like trying to figure out the rules for Crusade to play the one I'm currently in was like, you can find people talking about the Crusade book, but you can't actually find footage of people playing it and like putting it into a lot of exercise, and I'm sure that's because it's not a super popular route of content to make. I'm no like competitive battle reports will of course do so much better than a Crusade series, but I don't really care. This channel is just really for me having fun. I mean, I always am thinking of what grandiose things I could do, but you know, being more realistic is usually a good idea, and you know, putting out content at all is fun and is more than I've done in a while, and I genuinely do enjoy it. In part because you, my audience, are always so lovely to interact with. But yeah, so lots of things happening, lots of ideas kicking around. It's just a matter of time and energy, and I just haven't had energy to sit in front of a camera, to be fully honest. This you know, this I much prefer this to like editing or even scripting videos, but it's not been what I've had energy for. So all that being said, I'm gonna quit with the talking heads because I've been rambling on for, I don't know, 10-15 minutes now. So let's just let's start painting and we'll go from there. Yeah. So again, we've got the Commandos Combat Patrol guy here, and since it's been a second since I've done all this, let me just play around with some of my settings, because this should be better, right? I'm pretty good about keeping mostly in a frame, and then you'll actually be able to see what I'm working on a little better. There he is. So yeah, just you know, using my Monument Hobbies Pro Acryl, I've got kind of a old school, like original slap chop base on this. It's probably the normal black primer and probably the dark warm gray, and then I've got the bright warm gray, and I think it's actually both of those, and then a quick overcoat of white, because the couple orks I have done and I've done in the past have been kind of disappointingly dark in coloration, just especially when it comes to how I've got the classic Citadel orc flesh contrast, and it's just a bit of a too dark of a pigment for my liking. So we're gonna do that, and we're probably gonna mix in some Pro Acryl. Oh, just green. Soylent Green. Oh, this is Soylent Green. That's funny. I've never actually looked to see that there are. Okay, now I'm curious. Because I'm used to like the big text sky blue, but Soylent's off on the side there. Let's see what else. A lot of these aren't. Would be the. This is just magenta. I don't know. Now I'm off on another tangent and I'm curious. See, but that's just plain purple. No specificity there. So we'll probably apply this as a bit of a highlight to his skin in a lot of places. But of course, they're orcs, so and it's the only other speed paint I have. We're gonna give him some purple clothes to go with his sneakiness as a commando. And I haven't used, especially this orc flesh contrast paint in a bit, so just be patient with me while I shake up this pot for a little bit. Make sure I'm at least can glance at chat while stuff is going on. So, how can I get this to go? How about that? Just like that. Cool. And you know, getting back into painting, I'm not going to use any reference material for this guy. I know I pulled up. That might not be the official paint job for him that I used in the thumbnail, but a pretty good one. But I'm not even going to look at that. I'm just gonna go for it and see, where is my good brush? Where's my go-to brush? There's my go-to brush. And just see where the evening takes me. Because more than anything, I really just want to paint today. I think I did do a, yeah, I can see the separation into the pure white on that highlight. This guy's got a lot of grenades. I can't remember if he's got like a stick bomb up here that's gonna make painting some of him a little, and painting the stick bomb itself a little cumbersome. I don't remember if I put that on or if that was part of it, because I think these three off the back are molded into his backpack. This was also when I was pretty new to modeling, so I probably went a bit gubbins heavy, because I didn't realize that like painting gubbins can be a pain. But you know, of course, on the Krieg, I had to give them all some things. So you know, the tragic 3 shovels the kit comes with are of course scattered across the team, with the one buried in the ground, of course, with our sniper boy, because this is probably my favorite model out of this kit, besides the kneeling medic model, which is just so cool. Again, I'm really excited to paint these, and I have a scheme for a way I would like to start a guard army. And it involves the new Horus Heresy Solar Auxilia box. And you all helping me figure out what the heck to run the transport tank with the demolisher cannon as, because I don't have a dang clue what I would proxy that for. The obvious answers are Leman Russ for Leman Russ, and fancy Heresy era Sentinel for Armored Sentinel, and then get some Krieg heads to put on the troop choices in there and run them probably as my Cadians. That would be very cool, in my opinion. But again, this is schemes for days where I have much more time to dedicate to this, and I really don't need to start another army this year. Though genuinely, I keep being not super enthused by my Space Marines, so we'll see what ends up happening with them. I think that's a vein sculpted into the back of his hand. That's super cool. Again, with my contrast paint, just giving it a nice heavy coat. Trying to pay a little attention on where I let it pool. Keep it not so thick that the underlying dry brushing doesn't show through, but not so thin that there's not some good coloration across the entire model. There we go. Look at that mean get right there. Don't like that big spot on top of his head. Sorry for the background noise. Again, I haven't quite dialed in this microphone. It is quite powerful. I guess I do have the whole Alterations Kill Team collection at the moment. Maybe I should play some Kill Team sometime. Maybe once I get both sets painted up. I've never played Kill Team. Looks fun. I know there's some people in the community up here that really enjoy it. Alright, purple shirt, purple pants. I think I've done purple shirt for the most part on these guys, but this guy's pants are a lot more visible than his shirt. And it might be more effective if we just hit like his shirt with a nice like brown and gave it a pretty quick highlight, and then a wash with maybe like Reckland Flesh Shade. Probably Azrax Earth Shade because it's the go-to, but he does have backpack straps. I'd rather his backpack be brown than black. I can do purple torso, black pants, brown, everything else. To be fully honest, I must have done the white dry brush in reaction to the other ones, because this dude's looking quite a bit better than the other commandos I have painted up. So we'll see how he shapes up. So yeah. Cool. Just looking at my stuff while I'm going, 'cause it's pretty chill in the live chat. Meaning there's no one in the live chat at the moment. So, might as well pay attention to the rest of it. I think we're gonna go with purple shirt. This is the same purple I use on my Space Marines. It's absolutely lovely. Purple and green, man, great color combo. Though I think in the last couple streams, this are the only colors I've really been painting. Ooh, there's a bit of splash. There we go. Definitely ignoring some details on his torso, but you can't see him because of his big old shooter. So, what you gonna do? Very, very nice. I am a fan of that. That's looking pretty good. Oop, tossing my brush around. It's probably gonna dry out, but we'll see. I do have two other orc models that are kind of important. I, of course, bought a box of grots because everyone needs snacks, so I kit bashed myself a little goofy mech-looking guy out of the out of a bunch of spare bits and the runt herd in that box. He's probably gonna get some different changes before he gets painted because I still don't love his very strappy chest. But this is supposed to be the model for Ed Shredder, the pilot of the purple and green Night Despoiler model that I was painting on a previous stream. Started painting. And my initial intention was I picked up the Uftak Blackhawk model because it's just gorgeous, with Princess down there, of course. And Brutal Cunning is one of the few Black Library books I have truly, truly enjoyed, and not just read out of curiosity and wanting to know more lore. And originally the idea was for him to be my mech boss, my full war boss model. And then that new big mech model came out and was like, that's just so much better. So I don't know what this guy's gonna be in the full context of my orc collection, but he might just be Uftak because he's pretty awesome. I'm a little sad that his rules immediately were like, here's some rules for him, but they're always going to be legends, and you're never actually going to use his rules. We're also giving you a base that's too big to just use him as a wall boss, so good luck ever using this model in competitive play. Let's just go a nice solid umber for, oh nope, I said black pants, so we're gonna go dark warm gray. Do we go full charcoal black? Nah, we'll go with this and we'll make ourselves mixed colors on this fine Monday evening rather. So yeah, this will be just fine. Really, my wet palette's damp enough. I don't really need that much water to thin out these paints because they just will, by merit of being on my wet palette. There's a chance I pull him off his base to make sure I actually cover him all the way, but there's also a good chance that that feels like too much effort, because It's pretty dark up in there. I know he's got a belt buckle, so as long as I think as long as I hit the belt buckle with some sort of color, you won't really see how much. Is this freaking Mario Kart? Nope, it is not. It kind of sounds like it, but it is not Mario Kart. I just use a playlist of royalty-free stream music. So I was a little shocked because this sounds awfully like a Mario Kart song. So I'm going to pull black for his weapons and whatnot, because they'll stand out nicely. But I do like that gray, that warm gray on his pants. Just trying to decide. I think because we could just make lighter colors, especially because I can use like the ivory as my lightener for brown. It'll keep it nice and warm. Let's start dark on his boots and probably his backpack, and then all the all the littler bits we make good bit. Right. I also have a couple new paints that my lovely girlfriend got me for my birthday. That I might, just for fun, break out, but I'm not quite sure how I would want to. Some gorgeous darker tones from the Proco line, the Proco Signatures line to be more specific, that just are quite exciting. That's not all that dark. It's also thinned out rather quickly, so this is fully gonna be a case of, oh, that's way too heavy of a coat. It'll be a case of two thin coats for sure. Oh, excuse me. Grandfather Nurgle says hello. Just quite a good start. Yeah, we're gonna stick with this brown, and then it gives us an easy highlight to move to. Maybe we'll use that dark crimson. We'll have a nice dark red for our ammunition belts. That would be nice. There we go. Very nice. Getting this guy very nicely blocked out. It's exactly what I needed today. A little no stress model just to get me back into the mood of painting. Let's not have his belt be blue or brown. I think this is where we first introduce our red accents. So let's pop open a new pot. Dark crimson gloss. Ooh, is this? I don't know if this burnt red is a gloss, but that it's probably not. Let's see what one coat of this gorgeous new paint looks like, and if we decide we need highlights, which we probably will, we'll figure it out. Just gonna give us a nice, oh man, look at how rich that color is. Whoa. Ooh. See, so I'm planning on my Kriegsman's overcoats to be crimson. Oh, did I just drop that on my carpet? No, I did not. I did make it too. Trash bin. It's got deeper in there, but now it's all over my fingers. Ah! Ooh, and the urge to. If I could thin this out and make it like a glaze. Instead of using speed paint, use this and then get speed paints to do all the rest of it. Just a little right now. That's such a rich color. That's nice. Ooh, this might be how I do the... It's subtle. But one thin coat over a slap chop does give a bit of depth. Get the... Before I do the ammo belts, I'll get them based out in a metallic of some variety. I'll do both of his arms, his little arm wraps though. How is this going to cover over this green? That is a question. Quite well. Shrimping down a little bit. What is... Oh no, that's just the fact that my headphone cable is rather parallel. That is mighty nice. We'll see. Might have to go to a less concentrated light setup. See if it still looks so nice under a less flattering, less revealing light than my arch light. Very fun. Hey, how you doing? When will I make another Nerf integration? I have no clue. Literally. I am pretty much out of the nerfing game. And have been for about 2 years now. I just don't have the space for that hobby anymore, sadly. That's why I've picked up Warhammer, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm just kind of out of the game of it right now, and I don't really have don't have all the tools I used to have access to back when I was at school and things like that. But it's not completely off the table. I mean, my commissions email is still open, so anything that comes through that email, I'm going to consider. I've actually got a friend who has commissioned me to paint a spaceship model that he has designed and that he sells models of, so he can kind of have a full finished project. So like I'm doing that. Since I've kind of stopped actively being in the Nerf scene, I have done a couple printed blaster commissions, and to the point where I kind of feel bad for especially the more recent ones, because I now have a much nicer 3D printer than I ever did when I was active in the nerfing community. So that's a little more feasible for me. I have, I still have my soldering set up and whatnot on hand. It just doesn't get used all that much. So as far as the next Nerf integration I do is not on my horizon at any reasonable point, without outside influence. Yeah, it's kind of bittersweet. Which of my projects specifically are you interested in? That one you meant to ask about them. I if you're interested in replicating any of them, I might be able to give you some insight. Just trying to decide the next course of action. I think is to pull out black. Clean this guy up. There, we'll get some metallics going, and then finish base cutting, and we'll go from there. Oh, thanks so much for stopping in. Thanks for saying hi. Maybe I'll see you next time. to breathe there for a second. Just holding my breath, painting up this big shooter. Clean up this color line just a little bit. Ooh. Metallics. Let's play with some metallics. The two main ones I want to use are bronze and silver. This really nice iridescent bronze from Golden Fluid Acrylics, which is just lovely. Let's do better. Yes, I still need to get a better dry palette. Use this for today. little oversplash there. Nothing that can't be covered up later. Ooh, that's quite the blob on his shoulder though. Let's try to take that off. If I hit 2 hours, I might call it a night. There we go. All right, almost done with base coats. Yeah, really liking this dark crimson. Just a little purple up and hit the shoulder. Very, very nice. Doesn't have to be super clean, but oh man, missed a scrap. Missed a little scrappy strap. Yeah, about 9 o'clock. We're gonna, I think we're just gonna finish this model tonight regardless of what the timestamp is. This is the part that always takes me the longest, is trying to make sure I've got good, you know, reasonably clean base cuts. Ooh. I need to get a better headset. My ears are too big for this one. He's looking good. I have no clue how I'm gonna base him. I'm probably gonna do... He doesn't need to be based right now. But my knights have industrial bases. That's because it kind of is easy to do with the comic book style. I don't want to do comic book infantry because this is so small. I'm gonna do something with this silver metallic, probably some sectioning on the main blaster and the stick bomb. Man, that's really squeezing my ear. This one not so bad. Left ear. Got these headphones forever ago. Here we go. Let's look at some silver. I actually don't think I want to actually use silver on this. I think I just want to do like edge highlighted black. Which is work. But amazing. Cool. I'm actually okay with that orc flesh. I'm not gonna highlight that. The shirt looks good too. I almost want to wash and then highlight. Usually I do it the other way around. But I think I'll apply a wash first. See what we get. Oh, I do have Magos purple. Oh, right, that was originally what I was going to use for my Space Marines, but it was too, not a color I liked. Crimson Wash. See, none of those are what I was reaching for. Rex and Raycloud. Those are the two I'm looking for. I think... What do you think? Agrax Earth Shade or regular Flesh Shade? Commoner Crimson. No. Not Commoner Crimson. Let's go Agrax. Grab the Earth Shade one. Tea brushes. A little too much on his big shooter. We're just looking for some slight variance in crevices. A bit of a unifying tone, you know? That's where we're at. Looking pretty good. Give pretty much everything a highlight. Probably gonna do a lot of edge highlighting, which ain't my favorite. Probably just go back in with some of our base tones that I just washed over as a volumetric highlight, and then pick out some spots we want to be a little bit more than that. And then, yeah. Then get a edge highlight going, and I think that'll look quite nice. Should, while I'm in between things, get his teeth going. give me a very nice sharp. Definitely had this a little too over. And what I just interpreted as a tooth fully was not. Oh, he's got another bullet as an earring. Get that going. Same time, eyes. I just usually do a whiteout eye. So I'll do a black base and then, well, in this case I just grabbed the ivory because I already had it. Don't bother with an iris, don't bother with a pupil. It's too small, I can't be bothered. Even on like my centerpiece models, like my Trajan Valoris, he doesn't have pupils. start with his pants again. Come this way. I'm gonna run out of space because I'm a fool. Nice highlight gray. There we go. Oh, amazing. Nice. Happy with that. Similarly, hit our black stuff with just this plain dark gray. Very, very nice. Brown time. Been at it for almost 2 hours. Got a couple views, got some people watching. Pretty happy with this. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna do another part of very quick highlight. And then we'll go in with an edge highlight just to really define everything. His eyes need another poke. Hit him just a little too light. Not. There we go. There we go. Now his eyes are popping. Don't think. What do I actually want? I think the browns are the only things I really want another highlight on. Let's grab this. Let's see. It's subtle. It's not super readable. But I'm kind of okay with that because she's looking pretty convincingly clean. We're gonna highlight the crimson though because it's just so pretty. Deserves it. Nice. So, burnt red, not normal crimson, but we'll do the job. Well, no, that's not where we gotta go first. We gotta go, actually, right here. Whew. Just keep edge highlighting. Just adding readability. There's so much of this. Yeah, that's really starting to pop. Good stuff. There we go. That's starting to be happy. Cool. Now, same thing on the back. Hey! No, this is a guy I built probably a year ago. This is the guy who's been sitting on top of my little paint rack for like, well, since I built that paint rack actually. He's been primed, he's been waiting. I wanted to paint tonight, especially since my day tomorrow is kind of light. But I looked at everything and just had no inspiration. So I was like, all right, give me a model I don't care about. And let me just paint. So, yeah. Here's an Ork Commando. Of course spelled Comando, I believe. Though, that's probably wrong. Sorry if you're texting me. I have not been looking at my phone. Oh, he's not alone. He's, I think the box he came in was 10 models. And I think this is the 4th or 5th one out of that box I painted. Okay. Which big jumbo guy? I mean, I have quite a few big jumbo guys. That's actually pretty nice. This guy, I think, is almost done. To be fully honest. This, he probably won't even start to be touched until the summer because it's gonna take me forever to prime him with my airbrush. So I should probably do it with a rattle can just because it will be faster and will probably waste less paint. And I also I mean, you know, my current Crusade Force isn't finished being painted, and so that's probably the next projects I finish. That's what I'm playing with right now. That's fun. Yeah. Just a little spot that got discolored here. Yeah, I definitely need to highlight this red. So highlight the red. And then maybe he'll be done. Kind of a subtle highlight. That's better. Pretty happy with that. That could have been a little bit more bold, especially on his backpack. But I really like the way his pants and his boots turned out. And the speed paints for his skin and shirt definitely made life easier. His big shooter turned out pretty good too. You know, for, I don't know, how long has the stream been going? For basically 2 hours. That's pretty respectable. You know, for not batch painting, for not going into all the little details, but giving everything a touch with the brush, and I'm pretty happy with that. That's definitely tabletop worthy. Yeah, there's a lot more detail to be had if I really wanted to, but that was not the goal for today. Today was just to paint again. So, do more orcs probably for a while. Feeling in quite the orky mood and playing orcs in a crusade right now. Well, orcs. Feeling orcs, feeling some guard, so eventually I'll get the paints I want for these guard and I'll paint them up, but yeah. I'll paint on stream, I'll paint off stream, you know. Like I said, I'm not particularly trying to stick to a schedule, not trying to nail myself down, because that's just going to turn this into a more stressful thing again, and that I do not want. But, yeah, we'll see. Yes, my very legal, very GW approved orcs. Exactly. I mean, here, I can pull up like the tracker for our crusade, and it's come on, because you put in like what your army is, what army rules you're using, and then you pick like an alliance that you're fighting for. And so, oh, I'm not gonna be able to find this just scrolling through. So, you know, obviously I put in Chaos Knight so that when I'm just meeting with people off the Facebook group and, you know, they're like, what are you playing? I'm like, orcs, and I show up with knights. They're like, what the heck are you talking about? But, you know, the alliances, I'm as an interloper along with actual orcs, along with Leagues of Votan, which is dwarves, and Chaos Space Marines. So, you know, it's a mix. It's a mixed bag in that group, but, you know, it works. I know this is wrong because this is currently saying I'm still second in the crusade, but I know there were like 3 or 4 games played this past weekend when I was not able to play. So I know that just people haven't updated that document yet. He will go right there, be a point of inspiration, and yeah. Well, that was a fun little stream. I hope everyone who watched enjoyed. If you're watching the VOD, please, and you got this far, please say hi in the comments, and like, subscribe, share, do all the YouTube things. Hope you all have a great rest of your night, and I'll see you all next time.